Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, game number 77 tonight. Montreal is hosting the Carolina Hurricanes for the final game between these teams. It's out of 3 games, so they played 2 already. They've lost both. Montreal has, so they could spoil the sweep of the season series here tonight if they can win. Okay, I've got some game day news. I actually got a lot of game day news. I have the usual preview. I've got the lineups, and I have this guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team, you win the $10 cash prize directly into your bank account. We're running out of games. Somebody needs to win. You have to be the first person in the chat with that guess to win. And there you go. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully we'll get a winner before the end of the season. We've had 4 this season, so just not a ton. Last season we had none, so it's better than that, I guess. All right, so let's get right into it. I got a lot of stuff here for the game day news. The Habs signed goalie Jacob Dobis, to a 2-year ELC, so that's next season and the season after. He'll finish the season with the Rocket. He signed an AHL contract to do that. Dobis has potential. We'll see where he does. I mean, he's got potential. I don't know if he's the next starting goalie or the next guy to play with Monty down the road. We'll see what happens. Sean Farrell's opening goal versus Florida came at 1:23 of the first. It is the fastest goal by a rookie on home ice since 1918. And I think that's for the league. I think that's for the league, not just the Habs. So, yeah, I mean, that's over 105 years. So there you go. All right, some injury news, some good, some not so good. And the good's not that great either, although if you're a tank person, maybe it is. Armia's back at practice in a regular jersey. So I wrote that, and then like a few minutes later found out that he'll actually play tonight. So he's going to be in the lineup. And if you saw this on Twitter or anywhere else, that Raphael Harvey-Pinard is out, then it's not an April Fool's joke. By the way, no April Fool's jokes here today. I don't do that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Raphael Harvey-Pinard is out. It doesn't seem to be anything serious. What they're saying is he's resting some minor injuries, whatever that means. Armia missed 19 games, so definitely going to help the with the tank. The Canes are on a 3-game losing streak. So you can look at it a couple of ways. They're ripe to be beaten, or they're due for a win. And since it's the Montreal Canadiens that they're playing tonight, they're due for a win. They're probably going to get it. We talked about, I did a live stream about Pierre-Luc Dubois. So Elliot Friedman had said it's 95% certain that he's coming here. It's not a matter of if, but when, that kind of stuff. So Darren Drager thinks that Elliot Friedman's guess at PLD coming to Montreal being at 95% is funny and impossible to estimate. So he doesn't have the same, I guess, feelings about it that Elliot Friedman does. So it's like 50-50, kind of like what I said. Also, that PLD won't be cheap to acquire. He will not be cheap to acquire because it's possible that they're going to lose Mark Scheifele. And if that's the case, they're really going to need to sign Dubois. And if they're going to give him up, they're going to give him up, and you got to give something back that's really good. So Dubois might be the price might be too high. That's what I think. So we'll see. And it looks like Winnipeg's going to do their best to sign him up to, I'm sure, a long-term deal. So we'll see where that works out, or how that works out. I mean, let me see what I wanted to say first. Canes goalie tonight is Antti Ranta. He's making his first start since getting hurt last time these two teams met, which was 12 games ago. So Antti Ranta got hurt in that game. He's playing tonight. And the last thing, be careful, close your ears if you don't like bad words, is going to be one. Sean Farrell, because of the Raphael Harvey-Pinard injury, lines up with Nick Suzuki and Mike Hoffman on the first line. And I fucking love our coach, because that would never happen before. And that's exactly what we want to see. And I love Marty for doing it. About time we see that stuff here. All right. I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat, and then I've got a story to tell you and something to read. Let's see who's here. Daryl Adams. He's got it, by the way, for the guesses. I usually go to the people really quick, much quicker than that. But, hey, what can you do? 4-3 for the Habs. Suzuki with the first goal. Very optimistic. Rick, with Galley contract, can you see them, say, in a few years, trading him if he keeps playing? I mean, yeah, but I also, I was just thinking about that when I read your comment a few minutes ago. I could also see Galley staying here. Why? They might say, let him stay, and that's a great role model as far as the young players coming here. They look up, see what Galley's accomplished, what the team's done for him, all that good stuff. That's motivation factor for them being like it. You can't beat that. I could see that happening. And yeah, I could see them if they can move him and they, if they want to, that I'm sure they would try. But I could see it the other way too. Guru, Habs Guru, 4-2 Carolina. Aho with the first goal. I'll give you mine, by the way, not too long from now. Harry Rice, 6-1 Hurricanes. KK, who only does good against Montreal. That's not true. He's actually the fifth leading scorer on the team. And he surpassed his best season. I mean, he's starting to play like, maybe not for where he was drafted, but he's starting to be an NHLer, I guess. So I don't think he only does good against Montreal, but he does usually do good against Montreal. Stan the Man, 6-2 Canes. Aho with the first goal. Awesome. I will give you mine. Why not? I am going 5-2 Carolina in OT. That makes sense. I have the OT. I'm laughing because I have the OT. I was thinking 4-3, and then I found out Harvey Pinard's not in, and David Savard is out, and I thought maybe not, and I changed it. So 5-2 Carolina. Mr. Burns with the first goal. Brent Burns with the first goal, and that's my guess. Yeah, I've got a funny story to tell you. It's funny. It's not funny. But it's actually funny, and it's something that turned into, which would not have been something, but it turned into something, and I'm going to explain myself. So you all know, maybe you don't all know, but anyways, I live in a building, front entrance way, there's a walkway. Cars like to block that. And then it's difficult if in the winter or when it's muddy to go around them because you got to go on the lawn. I'm usually with a wagon or something. I walk with a cane. Anyway, so yesterday I'm going out. I come out. There's a car there, a truck, like a Jeep type of truck. So I have my wagon. I have to undo it and put my stuff in my backpack and stuff. I take my cane. It takes a minute or two. Figure the person would move. I'm walking down, and I notice this huge Saint Bernard in the back window. And I was like, oh, nice dog. So I'm walking down. The guy doesn't move. I can't see who it is because there's tinted windows. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just ask him to move. But I'm so pissed off at people doing that a lot of times I don't. I just either get mad and I go around or whatever, like something like that. So that's what I did. I kind of shook my head, said something to myself, went around him in the front. I'm about halfway across the street, and I hear a voice say to me, hey, what did I do wrong? Like, what's wrong? What did I do? So I've got all kinds of things to say, and I got them on the tip of my tongue. I turn around, and I see who it is, and I go, oh, shit, it's Chris Nyland. So Chris Nyland was picking up, I don't know if his girlfriend or he was picking up a friend here. It could have been his girlfriend, Jamie. And I look like an idiot. So I try to make apologies and he's not really having it. And I say, it's me talking Habs. I just sent you stuff recently and you liked it. It's me. And he goes, yeah, okay. And he drives away. Now, if I would have asked him to move and he moved, his windows are tinted. I wouldn't have even looked back at the car. I would have walked past and just kept going. I never looked back, never have known. So because this happened, I found out Chris Nyland comes to my building every now and then. I didn't know that. So I'm feeling really bad because now that's my chance to meet Chris Nyland. I blew it. So I get home and I go on Twitter, and at some point he had just posted something. So I went on there. I said, "Hey, Chris, just wanted to apologize again. I'm the rude guy on Galan Street. That's the street I live on. So there you go. It's out there. What? That's it. I don't say anything else." And about 3 hours later, he sends me a post going, he's what's he? No problem. I already put that bone away. So it was okay. So I sent him one of my Christmas carols that I had sent him earlier, like at Christmas time, and he liked a few of them. So to say that's me. Anyway, so I wrote an apology poem, which I'm going to do a little video, and I'm going to send it to him. I'll probably put it out on the channel. If you'd like to hear it, let me know right here, and I'll read it to you guys. If not, you got to wait to see it in the thing. So there's my chance to meet Chris Nyland. Although I met him very, very briefly, and if you could really say meeting him, like 40 years ago in a bar. I'm at the bar getting a drink. He's there with, I don't know who it was. Although in the poem, I put somebody's name because it rhymed with everything, but I don't know if it was that person. And I just like talked to him for a sec, said, "Hi, you had a great year." Boom, that was it. But 40 years ago. So anyways, if you want to hear it, I'll let you, I guess you do. There's two already. Let me just finish up with bye. How's it going? Habs 4-3, Barron first goal. Jason, 5-3 Canes, Aho first goal. Yeah, my ego just needs to say it so that you guys go, yeah, I want to hear it. And then I feel really great. And that's all I'm looking for. Shot of dopamine. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to get it for you. It's here somewhere. Like I don't have it prepared, right? Like I'm not ready to read this to you guys. I read it to my ex-wife. She usually kind of like gushes over my stuff. She didn't over this, so maybe it's bad. I don't know. It's called By Apology to Knuckles Nyland. There may be a verse where I haven't really practiced this, and I've got to work on the timing of reading it. If I do it wrong, I apologize. I'll have practiced and rehearsed before I do the video. Chris Nyland, I'm truly sorry I acted so rude when we met the other day on Rue Galland. I should have just asked you to move that truck of yours, dude. Do you think that I could get another chance? Another chance to make a better impression. I just had a lot on my mind that day. Where you were parked is a pet peeve of mine, an obsession. That's people blocking the building's walkway. You may have noticed I have mobility issues. It's why I walk with a cane. I also suffer from social miscues that's gotten me in trouble again and again. I've got a hockey channel on YouTube. I exclusively cover the Habs with my rambling. You've liked a couple of my videos, didn't you? And my tweet about NHL refs and gambling. I met you once 40 years ago, so long ago I don't remember where. At a bar or a club or at some show. I think you were with Yvon Lambert. You said hi. I said hi. Man, you had a great year. You said thanks and turned back to Yvon. See, that's where it doesn't work. I considered to maybe buy you guys a beer, but got shy and decided to move on. I got to work that one out. Getting back to the other day on Galland, if I had known that it was you, I would have made a better impression, man, and maybe gotten a selfie or two. Knuckles, you've always been one of my faves ever since you made the Habs roster. One of the toughest motherfuckers there was on two skates. Like Bob Probert, you weren't an imposter. You took on anyone, no matter how big, anything to protect your teammates. Setting Habs records for the amount of time spent in the brig, you were the toughest son of a bitch from the States. So once again, my apologies for being so rude out on Gallen Street the other day. You were one of my faves. I really liked your attitude for a tough guy. You really could play. Just some other personal stuff I wrote. Anyways, that's the poem. What do you guys think? I got to work on that one verse. It just, I don't know. Doesn't flow. Who's just pumped to face a team that doesn't get the special treatment, even if they destroy us on paper. Oh, you don't find? I mean, over Montreal, Carolina will get special treatment probably. But you might be right. They're such assholes that even the refs won't do anything for them. Lucas, 5-3, Carolina, Suzuki with the first goal. Harry, thank you. Great pub as always. Rick would be very surprised if Mr. Nyland doesn't like it. I'm hoping that I turn like a bad situation into an actual opportunity. I mean, not to manipulate, but I'd like to meet him and not have him think that I'm some asshole. You know what I mean? And then, get a selfie. From there, who knows? But I definitely don't want him to remember me as some old idiot that pissed him off. He was really nice actually about it. Never lost his temper, never raised his voice, nothing. He was just really calm and cool, and then drove away. So gotta hand it to him there. Lucas just happened yesterday. And then like 2 hours after that, building next door, there's two buildings actually next door. One of them almost burnt to the ground, but it's not burnt to the ground, but it's finished. Everybody had to leave. Everything's locked up. Can't get back in. So thank God it's not my building, but I know some people there. So it was a really crazy day yesterday. So hey, Softcut, thanks. Appreciate that. I think you are trying really hard not to get your ass whooped by Chris Nyland. No, he was actually really nice about it. And right away, I said, like he must see this all the time. It's like, because I turned around, as soon as I turned, I saw it was him. It's right away. The words that were there went out of my mouth. It was like, shit, it's Chris Nyland. So he must have went, one of these guys, And so I tried like, hey, I'm really sorry. I told him it's a pet peeve. People do it all the time. He didn't really want to listen to me. So anyways, we'll see what happens with this. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad because I don't like Gudis, and when I said it should have been a penalty, but Scotian Canadian, if y'all remember him, he put this out on Twitter and he said, listen, you guys, if you watch it closely, you'll see he pokes the puck away. That was his focus. That's what he did. That's a defensive play. He maybe should have got a penalty, but if you rewatch it and you watch him, he did. He poked the puck away. It was his focus. And in my day, that was a defensive play. So as much as I don't like the guy and I didn't like the play at the time, I looked at it with more of an open mind, and I saw what Scotian saw. And yeah, that's probably what the refs saw, and that's why they didn't call it. I think I might have called, if I'm a ref, I might have called that, but I don't know. Maybe that isn't, because he actually was on the puck. He did do that. Maybe that makes it not a penalty. I don't know. BL 5-2 Carolina. Aho getting the first. A lot of Aho guesses. You got to check on that one. That might be taken already. Cape Breton versus Halifax tonight. We won't be seeing BL. Where was he? I would think he hangs around the West Island. Yeah, well, he was in front of my building. I'm on the West Island. You know where I am, Lucas, basically. Yeah, and I thought it was my neighbor, literally my next door neighbor in the hallway. But I'm thinking, because I told my wife, and she was saying maybe it's his girlfriend. And I think, oh, you know what? It might have been his girlfriend. So she must have a friend here, and he picked her up. So he must have been here more than once. So there might be an opportunity that next time he's here, we could meet, get a selfie. I'm not going to ask him for much more than that. I'm not a crazy person. I just want him to know I'm not a crazy person. I don't disagree with you. I said I don't, but I don't know 100% all that stuff, but I don't disagree with you. I think it still was a penalty, but I don't know if it was as egregious as we all thought during the game. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's his asshole son who lives upstairs. I don't think he has a son. I think Chris has a daughter. I don't think he has a son, but that would be funny. Oh my God, that would be something funny. That would be just too much. We could make them like this. Could be a TV show if that is what it is. But I doubt that's what it is. As far as I know, Chris only has a daughter, and I doubt she's here. And if he had a son, I mean, he would be older. No, maybe. I mean, Chris is my age. I don't think Chris is much older than me. So, anyway, interesting story. I turned it around, hopefully, into something might be good. We'll see. All right, where are we? Oh shit! I got to do my preview. Okay, let's get to the preview and then I'll get that done, and then I'm not out of time. I'm not happy. Give me a second. Gotta move the papers around. Nyland is 65, guys, so I'm 60. He's not that much older than me. I mean, I knew he was older than me, obviously, because when he came up and everything, I know how old I was. I think I was 17 when Nyland. See, this is what doesn't make sense. Nyland must have come up, I believe, 1980. I think it was no, he had been in college, so he was in his early 20s. I was 17. He must have been 22. I was 17, I believe, the first time I ever saw him. So I knew he was older. I just didn't know how much. He has 2 daughters and a son, but I'm pretty sure they don't live here. Although maybe they were born here. I don't know. And that kid could be the right age. I just don't know exactly how old he is. He's in his 20s, I would say. Probably mid to late 20s. It's hard to tell these days. But that would be something it would be too crazy. All right, let's get to the preview. I don't want to even think about it. It's too weird. All right, so we have the 47, 18, and 9 Carolina Hurricanes in town to take on the 30, 40, and 6 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch this game. Start time 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. On City TV, where I'll be watching it tonight. Sportsnet in English and TVA Sports in French. And in the Hurricanes region, Bally Sports South. On the internet, you're on your own. On Hockey TV, if I couldn't watch it on City TV tonight. That's where I'd be watching it. Season series, February 16 in Carolina. They beat us 6-2. And March 7th, which wasn't that long ago, in Montreal, they beat us 4-3. It was a lot closer. That's why I thought maybe 4-3 here too, if they're not playing that well, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Last 10 record. They're not, they're on, like I said, I read it was a 3-game losing streak, but that's probably one of them is an overtime loss. So that is in there. It would only say L2, but it's 3 games, 4-5-1. That's them. And we're 4-6-0 in the same amount of time. Also having lost our last 2 games. Home and away record. Carolina away from home, 22-8-6. And Montreal at home is 16-18-3. So they've got a good road record. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 45.8% for Montreal, 28th, 60.3% for Carolina. They're first in the league at scoring chances 4%. Nice. Not. Goals per game, 2.82 for Montreal, 26th, and 3.23 for Carolina, 16th. Goals against per game, 3.67 for Montreal, 28th, and 2.59 for Carolina, 2nd. So their defense is good. Power play percentage, 17.4%. That's Montreal for 26th, and Carolina 20.4% for 21st. So not great, but not bad either. And PK percentage, 73.2%. That's Montreal's 29th, and 83.6% for Carolina 2nd. So maybe unlikely we get a power play goal, or Habs like to step it up against better teams. Maybe we actually do get power play goals. Like, who the hell knows? Face-off percentage, Carolina 53.1% at the dot so far this season, 5th, and Montreal 48.7%, 21st. Shots on goal per game and shots allowed per game. The on goal per game, 34.7, that's Carolina, 27.5, that's Montreal. Allowed per game, 26.1 for Carolina, 33.6 for Montreal. So very likely we get outshot tonight. Players to watch over the last 5. For points, Aho, with 5 for Carolina. Matheson with 6 for Montreal. So Suzuki fell off the board or something. Goals per game? No, goals. I wish they were. Imagine if Harvey Pinard got 5 goals per game. Wow. Goals. Aho, 3 goals over the last 5 games. Harvey Pinard, 5, but he's not in the lineup tonight. So assists, Nekash with 4, and Matheson, his 6 points are 6 assists. And plus minus, +2 for Fast, and Harris with a +4. Goalies tonight. Antti Ranta, 16-2-3, 232 goals against, 907 save percentage, 3 shutouts, and his first start since the last time these two teams met when he got hurt. And Sam Montembeault making the start for Montreal, 15-15-3, 330 goals against, 904 save percentage, no shutouts. Team leaders for goals for Carolina, Aho, 33 goals, and Caulfield still leading Montreal with 26 points. Nekash with 68, and Suzuki for Montreal a little bit stuck at 61. Average time on ice, Brent Burns, Mr. Burns, 23-10, and Matheson, 24-26. And wins, Frederick Anderson with 19, and Montembeault and Jake Allen both have 15. The standings, the bottom 11 teams, I believe, are unchanged from 11 down: Washington, St. Louis, Detroit, Vancouver, Philadelphia. Philadelphia is 5-0-2, I think, in their last 7. Their stats are amazing, and they're out of the race to drop down anyway. Arizona, Montreal, when there's only a point separating those two. And then San Jose, Anaheim, Columbus, and Chicago. And I don't think Montreal can drop down. Too many points, too little time left. Top 5 scoring for Carolina. Martin Nekash, 27 goals, 41 assists, 68 points. Sebastian Aho, 33 goals, 30 assists, 63 points. Andrei Svechnikov, who's injured and out for the season, 23 goals, 32 assists, 55 points. And Brent Burns, 14 goals, 41 assists, 55 points. And KK with 14 goals, 22 assists, 36 points. And a +10, I got to tell you. I mean, it's, decent. It's okay anyway. Montreal's scoring, because there's so many guys injured and not coming back. Suzuki, 23 goals, 38 assists, 61 points. Hoffman, 13 goals, 20 assists, 33 points. Matheson, 8 goals, 22 assists, 30 points. Drouin, 2 goals, 26 assists, 28 points. And that's it, because now Savard and Harvey Pinard out, but they're not going to be gone forever. Savard, 3 goals, 17 assists, 20 points. And Harvey Pinard, 14 goals, 5 assists, 19 points. All right. Hurricanes lines, Aho centering Martinuk and Nekash. KK centering Teravainen and Puljujarvi. Jordan Stahl in between Nason and Fost. Stepan in between Drury and Jarvis. And everybody thought when I said Jordan Stahl, I'm going to say probably won't wear a Pride jersey, right? You thought I was going to say it, but I'm not going to say it. Jacob Slavin and Brent Burns paired up. Brady Shea and Brett Pesce, they're paired up. And Shane Gossesbeer and Jalen Chatfield. That's the third pair, or maybe it's not the third pair, but they're paired up. Antti Ranta with the start for the Habs. Nick Suzuki is in between Sean Farrell on the left side for the first time on the first line. I love that, and can't praise Marty St. Louis enough to do that. Mike Hoffman on the other side. Drouin in between Gurianov and Ylönen. Jake Evans will center Armia and Gallagher, and Tierney will center Pezzetta and Belzile. Got Matheson and Kovacevic together, Edmondson and Barron, Harris and Weidman, and Sam Montembeault making the start. And that's it. Here's my preview. Did I get it in time? Yeah, with 10 minutes to spare. There you go. Crazy day. Billy Bishop. Let's see. Smelling like a Harvey Bedard Hattie tonight. No, it's not. He's not playing tonight. He's out with just minor injuries. It says undisclosed. Apparently, he needs some rest to recuperate from some minor injuries. That's so who knows when you know what that means even. Right? I agree with you, but at least they put Sean Farrell up in his spot, creates a little excitement. We all want to see that. I love the way they did that. Would they ever do something like that? Never. So I really I like that they did that. And they didn't put Drew in there or some other plug like Armia there. Give the fans some excitement. As Billy Bishop said, God damn it. All right, so we got 10 minutes to talk. Give a thumbs up if you enjoyed what's going on so far. And talk to me here in the chat. And then we'll get to the end. And we'll have the live hangout and we'll have a game. Getting down to the end. 6 games left. Looking forward to a good game, though, tonight. You never know. Well, Billy Bishop, that's why there's a lot of other players on the team. So, I mean, it could be anybody. They may not do well either. I mean, who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. Mary Jo 4-2. That's Habs and Neckash with the first goal. If it's not Habs, I mean, I hope you would have put that. Got a nice Saturday evening game. I get to watch it on TV, which means you guys cannot spoil it for me in the chat when there's a goal and stuff like that. And I like that. So, and also Pete the Fist might join us maybe after the second period or during the second period. He might be able to join us. Who I got first goal? I don't remember. Oh, I got Brent Burns for the first goal. And I have it 5-2 Carolina. And I would love it if it's the other way around. Honestly, I don't. You mean the only thing Montreal could do at this point now is finish in 7th or in 6th, not 5th. That's it. That's the worst they could do to themselves. You know, so enjoy the game. Don't worry about who wins and loses. But I mean, I can see them beating Carolina. Carolina doesn't want to lose to Montreal, and they've had 3 losses in a row. They got to win. They want to go into the playoffs on a good note. Worst thing a playoff team can do is start sputtering just before the playoffs start. That's like the worst thing usually. Now for Montreal, that season, a couple of seasons ago, we actually backed into the playoffs. How they turned it around, don't know, but it took them 4 games. But usually it's not a good thing. So, like I said, I got the 3 minutes now. 3 minutes. I'm gone. I'm like the McRib. I'm out of here. I'm here for a limited time only. That's all you got to ask me questions for 20 minutes, and then I'm back. Who's going to give it a 5-3 empty netter win by the Canes in a hard-fought game, not naming anyone because, I don't want to win nothing. Hey, it's fine. You can turn it down if you don't want to win it. You can still try. You're talking about like 2 empty netters then, right? 5-3. Call up Struble too. No, see, Struble not signed for his ELC starts next year, so he signed to the AHL team to finish the season. He won't be coming up. There won't be any way Struble's coming up. So it cannot happen. That's why Chris Weidman is in, and that's it. That's what are you going to do? And listen, if they lose, so what? They lose. I'm okay with that too, right? It's not going to hurt anything, right? So who cares? I'm just happy to see Sean Farrell up on the first line. Let's see what he's got, right? Why not? These young kids, it's not really like there's some guys that are ready, and apparently Farrell is ready for the NHL. He's NHL ready. Put him in. That's the game he played. He looked okay. He didn't look out of place in the first 2 games. He didn't look overwhelmed by the pace. Put him in there. "5-3 is 1 empty net." You're right. 5-3 is 1 empty netter. You're right. I'm just an idiot, but you're right. It is. All right. So you got Farrell for the first goal. Awesome. Sit Suzuki. Why would they sit Suzuki? He's got an Ironman streak going. They're not sitting him for nothing. He's got an Ironman. He's the only player who's played every game so far, and hopefully, knock wood, for the rest of the season. I'd like to see Nick Suzuki get a nice Ironman, like take a run at what's his name? He just won't come. Kessel, because Kessel's the one with the Ironman streak. So another 4 minutes. Got me for 4 more minutes. That's it. 4.5, 2, 1, 0, 9, 7. So whatever you guys want to talk about, you got 3 minutes to do it. Oh, I thought it was 4. I'm just hoping for a good game. One that's fun. One that they're not out of with a whole period or half the game to go. Nope, no baseball guy. Nope. I used to be, no longer. No Expos here, no longer baseball guy. Baseball been very, very bad to me. All right. Anyways, if you don't want to say anything, before you leave, please give a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And also, on the way out, you're expected to give $10. That's the fee for coming in. I didn't tell you before you came in, but now I'm telling you. No, just joking. But a thumbs up is appreciated. And see how much nicer it is to give a thumbs up and not have to pay $10. So give the thumbs up and feel better. I can't tell if that worked, but I can check after. This is the last Saturday home game. No, it is. Oh, yeah, they're on the road next Saturday. Are they in Toronto? Oh, okay. So, yes. Hey, Dan, how you doing, man? You're in late. I'm about to leave, but welcome in. Good to see you. Make a guess for the Guess the Score contest. Do it quick because it's the only place you can. But good to see you, buddy. As I got 2.5 minutes to go. Then I must take off for 20 minutes, and I'll be back at 7 for the game, and hopefully you guys will come back and join me. Or we may or may not have a good time. I don't know. I hope we will. 6-4 Habs, give us a first goal scorer of the game, and then you can, because you don't win if you just give the score. You could win $10, man. $10. Just think what you could do with $10 whole dollars all to yourself. That's what you could win. And just picture if it was like 50 years ago. That would be really something, wouldn't it? So it's one of my prize, like a throwback prize. 50 years ago, that was a big prize. That's what you get. All right, enough silliness. I'm going to take off because nobody else wants to talk to me. Got a minute to go. As everybody's leaving. First goal, Suzuki. Awesome stuff, man. Just got to listen. If that's the score and Suzuki scores, because you don't come in often, just make sure you come back in and I'll be able to. Or if you do end up winning, just send me an email at my email address, which is in the description, and then I will send you your money if you do win. Just that you don't come in that often, I wouldn't want you to miss out on if you happen to win. And I'd love it. 6-4 Habs, man. If they score 6 against Carolina, I'm going to be really happy because it's fun to watch. All right, I'm taking off. So thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Had a lot of fun, and I am going to be back in 20 minutes for the live hangout. Please join me over there. Till then, please stay safe out there. Peace out, and I'll see you in a bit. Ciao, everybody. Have a good 20 minutes.